It's like a bad sitcom. My Three Wolverines, and leave it to Logan here. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Tonight I'm looking at the last figure in the Toys R Us Diamond exclusive X-Men Legends Infinite Wave, and it's Wolverine, unmasked. Pretty good head sculpt. When we first saw this, I thought it looked a little cartoony, but it's pretty good considering, I think it's a good representation of the Wolverine and the X-Men comic, with that stylized look. It's pretty much the same as the Wolverines we've had, except for, he has the mask off and down behind. It's kind of flat. It's not as good as, remember this guy? That mask, you could tell it had some shape to it, some stiffness to the actual face of it. So it looked like the brown was cloth, the black was like a hard piece, like you see in some cosplay masks nowadays. This one's kind of flat. It's a reuse of Dakin's mask, which is okay. I mean, it works. Sorry, Dakin, your mohawk is just not as glorious as Storm's. Besides the mask, everything, and the head, of course, everything is reused from, like I said, the Wolverines we already have. The X-Force Wolverine came first, and then the Wolverine Legends Infinite Wolverine. I have to say I like the newest one best. Don't get me wrong, I like the new Wolverine mask head sculpt they gave us. The fins are more subdued, more modern, I guess. The yellow is a little darker than the first Wolverine. Well, the second Wolverine. It's more natural. It's not just a bright, in-your-face yellow. The claws are the same. The only thing I don't like on this one, for some reason, on the left hand on mine, it's going to need some hot water. It's kind of splayed out. Kind of a cartoony look. I like mine coming out straight. Articulation, it's the reuse of the Marvel Legends 6 torso, I guess, with the forward and back shoulders. That still works well for being, an old point of articulation. The head is on the same old, just, the peg ball. Not a lot of side to side, none at all. Hinge well, the forward and back shoulder, and inside that is a hinge and swivel on detents up. Got a bicep on a swivel, double hinged elbows, and I'm also seeing the same. It's not as gummy as we've been seeing joints, stuck at odd angles. Like you can see the elbow kind of sticks out right there. The knee sticks out to the side a little bit right here. Again, hot water. He has a hinge and swivel wrist, up and down. His torso goes forward and back. Not a lot of side to side, but it has a twist. And then the twist at the waist, kind of redundant. Hinge and swivel hips, pinned at 45. So you get a twist. Whenever you come up with it, you get a twist. So you have to turn that's the point of the thigh swivel right there. Double hinge knees. Hinge ankle, not a lot of forward, quite a bit back. And then the swivel at the foot for the rocker action. Paint apps are pretty good. The X here, the red in it is almost like a transparent red. You can still see the blue stripe underneath. It's almost like a cellophane patch on his costume, where the gold is solid and the red is see-through. It's kind of weird. Your eye catches it, but it's not terrible. the round X is painted on here, whereas X-Force Wolverine had, you know, the red X triangle, and let's see, this Wolverine had no belt buckle. So it's kind of nice. It breaks up the belt a little bit. It's slightly offset, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Everything else, though, the blues are all clean, solid. There may be a little bit here coming around his pec. Tiger stripes look good. Mask looks good. Face actually looks pretty good. I can see kind of where the pupil has drifted up onto his brow. But it could be worse. We've seen worse. The head sculpt comes to a flat in the back. Subdued Wolverine hair. It's not all crazy up 80s style. So I can dig that. Mine has a molding problem right here. You can see a gap. It kind of dips down and then comes back up. It's a straight line on my old Wolverine. Old. It's been within the past year, but I guess it's old. So there's that. And I can't really get the arms to come down any further than this, so you have to kind of bend the elbow, turn in. Which gives them kind of a tough look, I guess. It's not bad. My biggest problem with this Wolverine body that they keep using is, you know, he's too tall. I feel like he's too tall. I wish he was a little shorter. They'd take some, even if they just, you can tell kind of, the torso is a good height for being a short man. The legs are long. I wish they'd take some length out of the thighs and the calves. Get them shortened down a little bit. More Wolverine size. I wish it was this height, but this bulk. Someday, I'm still waiting. Damn that belt. But you can't beat that head sculpt, especially for an astonishing Logan. That's just perfect Cassidy. Anyway, it's not about him. It's about this one. I can't remember the artist on Wolverine and the X-Men, so you have to forgive me for that. Otherwise, pretty good figure. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to buy him. I also have gap here. It's almost like that. I wonder if I could pull that off. Yeah. You could probably heat that up. Pull those off. I'll probably heat those and try to pop them further on. Not going to fix that gap, though. This head sculpt's going to go somewhere else, probably. Mask, not so much. It's like a child's Halloween mask. I got a Cyclops, Strife, Magneto, and Storm for the Toys R Us pre-order price of $14.99. Buy one, get one half off. And I passed on Wolverine, thinking, you know, I'll be able to find him anywhere else. Or I'll be able to find him at a different time. Which I did. Ended up paying $21.99 for him, which was the price of two more sought-after figures in the wave. So I wouldn't go out of my way to get him, but in the long run, being an X-Men fan, being a Wolverine fan, even though I talk about how much I get sick of buying him, I always end up buying him. So if you like Wolverine, get him. If you like the X-Men, get him. If you like unmasked figures, get him. So it's pretty good. I'm still waiting for that perfect Wolverine, though. If you like the review, comment below, like, share, subscribe, whatever you guys do. And I'll see you on the Fwoosh.